with the meditation. Welcome to day 38 of Divine Design. With divine guidance from Brahmarshi Pitama Patri Ji, Mahavatar Baba Ji, Ramda Master, and humble pranams to all the masters assembled here to ensure that this divine design knowledge, divine design information, facts reaches each and every one of us and helps us with the light. Let's start with meditation. For that, let's start to relax the body first. Please sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Remove your specs. Clasp your hands on your lap. Cross your legs. If you need back support, you can take it. You can sit on a chair and you can cross your feet. If crossing your feet is uncomfortable and you are not able to do it, it's okay. You can just leave your feet the way it is. Ensure that your body is extremely comfortable and you're wearing comfortable clothes. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly start taking longer out breaths. Like you're releasing all the stress and tension in your body. Breathe out. Let's focus on each body part and then breathe out the stress and tension and any tension in that body part. Forehead is relaxed. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. Relax your hands that are clasped on your lap. Relax your back, upper back and lower back. Relax your chest and stomach. Relax your hips. Let your legs be relaxed, thighs, calf muscles and feet. Relax your forehead. Relax your head region. Relax your eyes, nose, jaws, ears. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your upper back and lower back. Relax your chest and stomach. Relax your hips. Relax your legs. Relax your whole body. Completely relax your whole body. Continue to relax your whole body. You'll feel that the body is becoming heavier and heavier. As you relax your body, you'll not feel your fingers. You'll not know how you clasped your fingers. And then watching the breath becomes far more easier. Watch the breath, the only moving part within and outside your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Gently watch the breath. Let your movements be gentle. Don't do any rapid movements, even if you have to scratch yourself here and there, or if you have to stretch your legs. Gently do it in a slow motion. Energy will be flowing across your body. Don't disturb that energy. Gentle movements, relaxed movements, calm mind, relaxed body is all that you need during the meditation. Masters, come back to your body consciousness. At the count of 5, please keep your palms on your eyes. And smile with a beautiful, open your eyes with a beautiful smile. Okay. Yesterday, yesterday we discussed, I think, in my opinion, a slightly complex chapter. Yes, Nidhi?
Sorry, ma'am. Actually, I may not be able to attend this session today. I had a few questions, so in case no issues, can I just ask them, ma'am?
Sure.
Ma'am, karma thing that Asha ma'am had mentioned, what I could realize.
Karma, what did Asha ma'am mention?
She, 1 second. She mentioned that as in 1 second, ma'am. I had taken a screenshot of that. 1 second. She had mentioned, where is it? I think all karmic experiences we think are in actuality just an experience in a now moment based on the frequency you are in. One can, in an instant, step out of something if you make a strong choice to experience something else rather than stretch it out, believing it's karmic. But this would be possible only in higher frequencies.
Okay. So something that she had asked last time, right?
I think I understood, ma'am. I don't know if what I understood is correct or wrong, but I think I understood it. Can I just explain? Can I just say what I understood?
Let me just read it once. Just give me a minute. Nidhi, right?
She further. अच्छा ठीक है.
Oh, maybe it's in your this thing. It's okay.
Shall I share it, ma'am?
Yeah. Can you please share that content on the chat? I want to
Yes.
read it once.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know if I'll be able to share it.
Wait,
I'll
karmic, you said, no?
I'll send it to you on WhatsApp, ma'am, if it helps.
Okay, sure.
I've shared that, ma'am.
I think all karmic experiences we think are in actuality just an experience in the now moment based on the frequency you are in. Okay. One can, in an instant, step out of something if we make a strong choice to experience something else rather than stretch it out, believing it's karmic. But this would be possible only in higher frequencies, right? Okay. Yeah. So tell me, what did you understand?
Ma'am, as Ramtha Master said that, ma'am, can I say in Hindi because I don't think I'll be able to.
Sure.
Suppose if I did something wrong and while planning my next birth, I will think that okay, मैंने इनका बुरा किया, so I have to I have to take it on me so that I can reverse the karma. But as and when I gain knowledge, as and when there is clarity, there is no ignorance, then I might think that, okay, I did something wrong, but I'm not guilty. I don't feel guilty of myself. So I will not plan that, okay, since I did wrong to this person, so this person will do wrong to me. What I may plan is that I agree I did wrong, but I'm not in a guilty mode. So I will spread maybe meditation, I will do service. This way, I will repent instead of stretching that karma that again this person will do something wrong to me.
Okay, before I answer that question, in fact, I wanted to explain some concept, and then it's like it looks like you brought that topic automatically to this table. Yeah.
Wow.
So so let's say now you want to experience the entire 3D spectrum of consciousness, right? So let's say there are 20 spectrum of consciousness on a hypothetical scale. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. Let's say there are 20 such emotions that you have to experience. Now, these emotions can have different permutations and combinations based on different type of people experiencing them, based on different relationships, based on different situations, based on different different, let's say, for example, fear for a child will be different. Fear for a policeman will be different. Fear for a thief will be different. Fear for a housewife will be different. So like this, there are fear is one consciousness, but fear can be experienced in multiple different ways. So now we have many permutations and combinations of how we can experience fear. So now what we'll say, now there are 20 such things, let's say. I told only about fear. Now there are 20 such consciousness. Now all these 20 have to be experienced in multiple different combinations. That is the agenda. Okay, that is the whole plan. If I want to finish my 3D experience, I have to target each and every of this particular scenario or each and every of this combination in my lifetime, in multiple lifetimes, because in one lifetime you may not be able to cover everything. And the focus is each of these spectrum of consciousness. Obviously, if I have to experience it, obviously it has to be real for me. Experience means you have, first time you'll experience, you will not actually get that whole gist of it inside, right? Second time you'll experience, then you'll get a stronger thing about it. Third time you'll experience, then you'll sort of actually feel it. So like this. Now another level is each of these spectrum on possible combinations we have to get into a habit of experiencing them and responding to them. Okay. Now fear comes. What will you do? Fear as a child comes. What will you do? Fear as this comes. First of all, you don't know fear. Okay. You are from higher dimension. You don't know what is fear. You're just here now in 3D. Okay. And here it is all beginning to start. And you'll say, I'll start with this frequency, 3.0. In 3.0, what are the spectrum of consciousnesses that are available? Let's say lowest consciousness. All these emotions. One by one will start to come as experiences. Why? Because your higher self is now sending one by one. At a HTC level, you can understand, okay, at 3.0, these are the things, at 3.1, these are the things, all that you can understand. So based on that, you'll do your Akashic records, all of that you'll do. Now what this higher self will do, higher self, now as a Jivatma, you'll go and sit inside the body, connect to the body and all that. Now you are observer, no role to play. Now higher self is doing all the work of sending you all these experiences one by one. And higher self's job is to send. And of course, you have other contracts with other people who will give you these experiences, or who will make you feel that fear inside. So now the whole thing is, let's say there is a lot of syllabus to cover. And you have other people also participating in this so that you can cover the syllabus. And you are participating in their lives so that you can cover their syllabus. Whatever is their plan. You may have fear. They may have jealousy. They may want to experience jealousy. According to their Akashic record, some other plan is there. You have some other plan. But mutually, it will all come together. Some matchmaking is also happening in this whole process. Because it's a complex world, very intelligent world. So matchmaking and all is also happening parallelly. Now, in this whole 3D spectrum of consciousness, now it's 3.0 to 3.10. How many such spectrum of consciousness will be there? So many. Now you need to cover everything from all different angles, from different scenarios. And that too, you have to now make a habit of practicing each of these things until it actually feels real to your life.
It becomes a part of my soul learning, like the
Correct.
learning of my soul.
Yeah. Wisdom means bad part also becomes a wisdom, good part also becomes a wisdom.
Understood.
That means
okay.
Real, like deep level fear will actually, you'll feel that fear inside. And now, let's say you're done. You felt the deepest level of fear. Now you have become a master of that fear. I mean, understanding what that fear is, everything, you have become a master. People have helped. Everything is done. Now that, let's say that quota is done. One part of that fear, that consciousness of that frequency is done. Let's say fear is at 3.0. Fearlessness is, let's say, at 3.10 or something. I'm just giving an example. Now, when you come to 3.10, you have to now experience fearlessness. Experience means you have to practice fearlessness. Now, how will you practice fearlessness? You have to experience all the fear first. Fear is already inside you, no? You've practiced it well enough. So these situations are going to come. They will remove the fear that is inside, which means somebody will come and re-trigger that fear inside you, which is inside you only. Situations will be orchestrated to re-trigger what is already inside you. So when it comes inside you, but your plan is to, you have all the knowledge, you have something, all these other people, blah, 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 whatever, to now push you to go into fearlessness. New Akashic record plan. Now let's say you'll become a master of fearlessness also. So now what happened? Your whole agenda in 3D across multiple lifetimes was to experience each and everything that was available in 3D and say, finally, when you're anchoring into 4D, you will tell, yes, I've done everything in 3D. I know everything in 3D. Now, where is karma coming here? Is karma bad in this whole thing? Now, karma is the system. It is a system that is now balancing and managing what you experienced, what versus what you did not experience. It will bring you, it is like a system, like an automatic machine, which is now making you get things. Rather, as a part of your plan, you will now take from this. How do you know what you have not done? What have you done, kind of thing? So this karma is a machine, or whatever you can say, that is going to basically capture what you've already done, capture what you've already mastered, capture what you've not done, capture what you've yet to be done, all of those things. Something like a syllabus tracker, syllabus planner, sort of something like that. So here, according to you, you're saying that, okay, I did wrong to somebody, which means I experienced bad consciousness. So now I will next time, I will, at a soul level itself, you're saying that, okay, this time I did bad to him, but now I'll think that that is not at all the karma, and then I'll go and then do some meditation and this and this. But here the idea is being detached and being equally curious about each and everything in 3D. It is never about saying this is bad and that is good. How will you go to 4D if you're always saying this is bad, this is good? The idea is to finish the syllabus. And based on that, all the scenarios will be orchestrated, planned and all that, so that you can cover the syllabus and become a master of each of these consciousness and gain wisdom from all that through experiences.
So, ma'am, it means that whatever I did was a soul level or not, different question, but whatever I did, I have learned from it, and now I am moving on without going into the karma aspect.
Correct. Karma will come in the 20th chapter. And so
I'm waiting
don't
for it, actually.
forget about what I would say is, forget about the karma. Forget about the karma. Just take everything as an experience. Yes, I need this. I need this for my moving on part. So second part that I wanted to explain is, now, why do we like only good things in our life, where we feel comfortable, where we like things and all that? Why do we? Because that is our soul nature. Our soul nature is Satchidanand state. So anything, any frequency of consciousness that is closer to the source, we like. Any frequency of consciousness that is farther from the source, we don't like, frequency wise. Or anything that keeps you, anything that is keeping your connection with source or that channel better, or you're moving closer and closer to higher consciousness, you will feel good. But if you don't, you'll never like something that which actually makes you feel uncomfortable. That is our natural tendency, right?
Yes, but the soul wants experiences, ma'am. So
soul wants. That is why it has come. Doesn't it know why it has come here? It has come from a pure state. But why does it want to come to an impure state? It is not impure. There is purity, but it's a different expression of purity, that's all. Why does it want these? Because it has never seen. Why do you want to go to roller
Experience what
coaster
it
and
is
all
not.
that? Why do we have to go and then risk our life in roller coasters and then get that wild thrill and all that? We do, right? And people go into these reality shows, all that, and then they go into a box with snakes and bees and bugs and all of that. Why do people go that? For the thrill they go, for the experience they go, because they know on a day-to-day basis it is not there. Or they do bungee jumping, all of that they do. So many people die in bungee jumping. If that rope gets cut and all, they have died, but despite that people go. So many planes have got crashed, but despite that we travel in planes. So many trains have got what do you say, derailed, despite that we go travel in trains. Why? Because we want that experience. So we are not soul is not a fearful, it doesn't fear anything. It is hungry for all, to cover all the 3D experiences. And based on that plan, it will keep coming, it will keep coming, it will keep coming. So now, next question is, we don't like, by nature, we don't like anything that makes us feel uncomfortable, whether it is pain, whether it is somebody insulting, or any of the lower emotions we don't like. We don't like. So, but how do we experience that? Consciously, will you go choose pain? Consciously, will you go and then take, hurt me, insult me, disrespect me? Do we ask somebody to do all those things? But at a soul level, we have planned all that. Why? Unconsciously, when we experience it, it will become real. It will feel genuine. Because you yourself consciously will not go and choose it. But at a fifth dimension level, we may consciously choose it because there is no what do you say, attachment or anything. But then there is no such experience at all. There is no such consciousness at all in fifth dimension. It's all pure love. But in 3D, we have. If you take Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda and all, they had cancers, they had wild diseases. But they were perfectly okay with it. They were always smiling. Their body was suffering. Don't they have pain? Yeah, they really had pain. But their mind was not, what do you say, uncomfortable with the pain. So that is what a higher dimensional consciousness will behave. But how did they get to that state of being detached from such a horrible pain? Because they have practiced it so much in their previous lifetimes, or that they have gone to that level. So consciously, we will not acknowledge or embrace any of these things. So when we are at a soul level, we plan, gain and all that. In 3D, everything is unconscious, which means we don't even know that we have planned to experience pain. Only then you will do it. Because in your conscious mind, in a small, little, limited mind, you will never say yes. If soul comes and says, okay, can we do this, please? We planned, okay, it's in the Akashic record. You'll say, to hell with the Akashic record, I will never do it. I don't want it. Which is why we say, what the hell? Why do I have so many horrible things in my life? So many challenges. Why did I even plan such things? In my conscious mind, I will never experience all these things. I will never even want all these things. So many challenges in my life. We say all this, right? So what you should understand is everything as an experience is necessary, but as a conscious mind, we will not say yes to it. But how do we now finish this experience? When it unconsciously, we will never plan for pains, but consciously, we will never plan for it. Unconsciously, when it comes to you, handle it with gratitude, saying that in some life I had pains, I have experienced fears, pains, blah 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 and all that. Now it is trying to come out, because the opposite has to be experienced. So let it come out. I will not learn the opposite until I allow this to come out. So when it is being allowed to come out, you have to think of it like a passing cloud. Okay. Like how I told in the class also, in the group also today, somebody was irritating her. So I said, let the irritation come out. Be grateful that those people HTCs are helping you get the irritation out. These irritations were in your some past life. You become a master of becoming irritated. So let it come out and you just be grateful throughout the process. So that gratitude will continue for some time until the cloud of irritations continue to pass. If you don't suppress those, if you don't fight with those irritations, I don't like those irritations, let me now go and then do meditation and to put, because I think irritations are bad and I've become a bad person because I'm irritated with so many people, but I'm a meditator, all that gyan we think, and then we'll go and suppress it. But that was never the idea. The idea is irritation has to be also experienced when it is going out, not just when it came in, when it got created, but while going out also it is necessary. Every minute experience is very, very important for the soul. So you should allow it to come out. You should be grateful for that experience. And then in that journey of allowing, you will actually come to that peaceful state of not being irritated. You will become patient. You learn the opposite of it. So like this, each of the opposites you will learn. So unconsciously when it comes, allow it to go.
Allow it to go. No, understood, ma'am.
And ma'am, one more thing, so karma is basically when we feel that something is good and bad, then only we plan our next step accordingly. But once we realize that, okay, it is there for I have grown through it,
Nothing to
keep hold on to that karma or anything. Now I'm ready to go for my next step.
See, karma means what, Karma is body consciousness. I am the body. When you do anything thinking I am body, that becomes karma. It's like one point for her to learn, because she now did not behave like a soul. So that those are called karma points, good or bad. You do something very good, some charity or whatever. Let's say you go and appreciate somebody. Wow, I'm so good. I went and appreciated them. I have such a nice appreciating quality. Yeah, karma, add. Karma
The
means
intention,
I am doing it kind of thing. The body,
not intention.
the ego, with an ego you do it, right? Ego means I am doing it. That is called karma. That will create karma. But when you step out and say, these actions are happening via the body, I have nothing to do with it. I'm just an observer. You are neither happy nor sad. For example, the other day, I was talking in one of the classes about, when I went to the terrace garden, I saw bugs on my plants.
I remember that, yeah, you
right? I was thinking, in fact, I told in the class, it was complex. I didn't know how to behave, kind of thing. Then I was contemplating on that. I was actually meditating on that. And then what I understood was, hey, body is doing it. Body is doing whatever it thinks is right. You are an observer. Observe it. Don't get attached to, oh my God, should I take the bug side? Should I take the plant side? Don't even think that. If you're trying to even contemplate and say, I am doing it, there itself you got stuck in that whole chain of birth and death cycle. So don't get attached to it. Yeah, if the body had to remove the bugs and throw because it felt it was right, yeah, it did. Whatever it did, it has nothing to do with me. I am just an observer. I just saw that this body thought that the bugs have to be removed. It removed the bugs. Right? That kind of, in situations where you don't know what side to take, but you had to do it anyway, kind of thing, be very conscious that I am not doing it. You are never the doer. The body is doing something or the other based on a plan. And the one sitting behind him is watching. And that person who's watching is getting all that information through the sense organs, brain, and this and that and all that, through electrical signals. That is being fed to the HS, the IAP and channel and source and all that.
Clear, ma'am. Very much clear.
Okay. So attachment to anything is going to give you karma. Attachment to the body also is going to give you karma. And we can't run away from all of these things many times. Sometimes you will not even get an idea that I did this. This knowledge also will not come to your head. At that time, do it anyway. Later on, when you get that consciousness, oh my God, I did wrong. Don't do that at all. Don't even get into guilt mode. Yeah, that was an experience. which my HTC wanted. Yeah, it took. That's it. I'm end of story. I'm a body. I'm just going to do like they told me this work. I did this work. Tomorrow I'm going to do some other work. I'll do some other work. That kind of detachment has to be there. Even the body should have the detachment towards the HS, towards the towards the HTC.
Activity.
The HTC also should have the detachment towards the body. I mean, from whatever point of view you think, I am an observer, then be detached with the body. Then suddenly you think I'm the body. And then you think, anyway, source only wanted this. No, like that. So wherever you stand, from whatever point of view the awareness is, awareness of God, wherever the awareness is, there is that source is there. Source is watching from that angle. So wherever it is, just behave in a way where you're not attached to anything and things are happening the way it is supposed to happen. Calm, shant, be at that calm and peaceful level. Then you are not the one doing it anything. You are just a puppet in the whole scheme of things. Somebody had to get it. Did you plan all these experiences consciously? You didn't plan. Somebody else planned at whatever level. Yeah, it's getting executed through me. The body's only job is to deliver the experience to the source. Because it could not get down to that level by itself and experience. No, it has only mastered the situation, mastered the experience, mastered the situation, ghatna. But to be in that ghatna, to experience that ghatna or that experience, it had to be there in some form. But that physicality it has created only so that it can get that experience. And now through this physical body, there is one connection of information that is going till there. So allow that information to pass through, no? Which is what we are all meant for. We means this body.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
few more questions. Can I ask, ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, from 18.1, review the 12D grid. In last paragraph, it is mentioned, however, all physicality is energy in its purest form.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, in 3D, everything is dense and is in physical form. Why in its purest form?
Everything is God only, no? God is
Okay,
expressing himself even as a commode.
understood.
So
Understood.
hence it is pure.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I mean, last part is not yet clear, but you explained so well, ma'am. I'm sure that जैसे जैसे एनर्जी आएगा वो चीज भी समझ में आ जाएगा.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for bringing whatever I had in mind to the table. I actually had this plan. Oh my God, I got this information and I thought, how do I even bring this without a context? Then you brought the context.
Ma'am, I'm just witnessing how universe is helping me, ma'am. Like very small things. If I go on, I could continue like day, night. I could continue, and like when you were explaining that karma part, tears were literally flowing. It's not that I was contemplating that I would cry, but somehow, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm
Okay.
getting. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you for asking this question. Okay, we will move on to the 18.5 now. Okay, so we'll do 18.5 and 18.6 and we'll wrap up today. So future and past lifetimes. So yesterday we discussed that everything is happening in the now moment. Okay, everything is happening in the now moment means there is let's say in the past you were a baby. If we look at it from our linear time scale, in our mind thinks at a linear times. Linear means straight line. Okay, there is a past, there is a center, that is a present, and there is a future. Okay, so we think like that. Now in the past you were a baby. Now you are whoever you are now. In the future you will be one grandmother. Okay, so what this what this says is everything is happening in the now moment, which means now only parallelly everything is happening. If the awareness is in the present, the body, in the current body is, what do you say, reality kind of thing, then I will see this. They will the source will experience me in this now moment, in the current. But the past is also happening parallelly, right? So if the awareness shifts to the past, then it will experience the past baby version as well. And then it'll experience the future grandmother version as well. So let's read about this today. So we have also understood that as our experience, as our consciousness raises and we get to that fifth dimensional state, then we will be able to grasp every now moment that is happening in every now moment that is happening. You'll be able to grasp that at one single moment. At that, rather, your conscious mind will be able to grasp that at one time. It's not like you're looking at here, then you'll understand this, you're looking at this place. That is linear, okay? This is multi, okay? It is all coming together and you're understanding it together, okay? It is like that. Along with accessing aspects of the human existing in another now, the micro quantum field also holds future and past lifetimes. So within this 5D field, which is called the micro, there is your past, there is your future. Because if you are in, if you've held a body in some distant future within this 5D space, then that reality is also happening. This reality is also happening. Some other reality is also happening. So every possible reality is already happening at the same time. So it is all holding it in the 5D. The human can see, feel, and remember lifetimes they had in the past as well as lifetimes they may have in the future. All lifetimes, past or future, are occurring in the same now moment within the micro quantum field. The human is only experiencing the lifetime that is their current now. There is only ever one now moment being experienced through a specific lifetime. So there is only ever one now moment being experienced. Where is the awareness currently? Where is the source that that HTC's awareness currently? That is where the experience is currently happening. Everything else is out of focus. What is in focus is this. What is out of focus is something else. For example, let's say you're cooking, but your mind is thinking about something that happened 2 days ago. Okay, so what happened? Your mind went to the past. Now, where did the awareness go? Awareness also went to the past. Now, who is in the present? Nobody is in the present. In that present, experience was not derived by the source because it was actually with you in the mind. Along with the mind, it was in the past. The mind was seeing something, the mind was experiencing something, and the source went to the past, or the awareness went to the past. So now nobody was there in the present, right? So the present went off. The cooking finished, but no experience was taken from the cooking, right? Because why did you go to the past? Because you thought cooking is boring, or cooking, there is nothing so interesting. Every day I do the same thing, same rasam powder, same sambar powder, whatever. I'm putting salt. Maybe your body is working on a autopilot, right? What happens is when your mind is, let's say initially you were brushing your teeth as a baby, you were shy, as a toddler, you learned to brush your teeth. You had to literally focus and say, then front, back part. You had to literally focus and think like that. But as and when it became your as and when you started brushing every single day, it became your second nature. Second nature means you can close your eyes without even thinking, you can brush your teeth, right? So when that kind of when that kind of repeated things start happening, it becomes a program at the body level. Your muscles start to get that programs. The mind will start to offload or delegate those programs to the body directly. Now the mind is not getting involved at all about it. If the mind has to get involved, it has to pay attention to that autopiloted program also. Then awareness comes. But let's say it has now gone off. So then this cooking and all of those things, because you've been doing it every single day, The body was doing the cooking, but there was no experience derived from that, or knowledge or wisdom was not gained from that, because they were in the past. Understood? So here they are saying it only in one, only wherever the awareness is, only there the experience is happening. There is ever only one now moment experienced through a specific lifetime, and yet within that now there are infinite amount of nows and lifetimes accessible within the micro quantum field. So infinite number of nows means, like, now in this moment there was a now. Sometime back I was speaking, then also there was a now. Sometime in the future also I'm speaking, there also there's a now moment. So that now, there are multiple now moments that we experience on a day-to-day basis. As the human shifts into higher states of consciousness, they will begin to consciously feel and see other lifetimes existing in the micro quantum field on Earth. Through some other body, whatever you did through or you experienced, all that will actually now start to come into your awareness as your consciousness starts improving. The human experiences these as past or future lifetimes because they are in the linear time-space continuum. Linear means you are not seeing everything as a now moment, you're seeing everything as past and future and all. There is a movement of now moments creating a past or future. So that now has been stretched like this. Okay, so that is why it feels like that same now, it is in the past also, it is in the future also, it is in the present also. However, in the micro quantum field, all lifetimes are in the now moment. Accessing past or future lifetimes, aspects of the human existing in another now, as well as the states of consciousness in higher dimensional fields is experienced. So every other, that also can be experienced. If they are in that level, they can go to that point in time or that point in now and also experience it. The more conscious a human becomes, the more they will remember this quantum field and the creator they are within it. So they will remember, oh, in this lifetime I created like this, in this I created like that. So they will understand that I am a creator, and they will basically be able to understand everything that they are within the quantum field. Human and the macro quantum field. Macro quantum, you remember yesterday, right? Macro means anything in that whole unified state of unified field, which is outside 12D, inside 12D, inside 5D, everything is called macro. The macro quantum field holds the micro quantum field also, the dimensional fields within the 12D grid, and all the consciousnesses outside the 12D grid that ever was, is, or will be. So every possible thing is now inside this macro quantum field. It holds all possibilities for consciousness to experience itself. It is the one unified quantum field. Okay, so this quantum field is the only unified quantum field, which means every possibility is inside this one it's called one unified quantum field, because there is no separation or anything there. It's all energy, frequency, and vibration kind of thing. It is much more difficult for the human to access the macro quantum field than the micro quantum field, because the human must be able to hold, feel, and trust higher dimensional fields and frequencies within their body. So what they're saying is, see, now when you go to fifth dimensional field, you are now, let's say, experiencing oneness, you're experiencing neutrality, all of those things you're experiencing. You need to trust that I am actually moving towards a higher state, and then these are the experiences I'm getting. And then they have to see, beyond the 7D, there is no physical, right? So what happens if your body is vibrating at a 7D frequency? Okay, body is vibrating at a 7D frequency, but it is still residing, it is still standing on 3D. Okay, you need to understand this properly. It is standing in 3D, but vibrating at a higher frequency. At that time, what happens? Which means it is in physical. It is in the physical, wherever you are anchored. Maybe in 3D, let's say the body is anchored in 5D. Then in 5D, it is experiencing physicality through 5D only. 5D also physical is there, no? So 5D. But then if it has to feel, let's say 8th dimension, 9th dimension and all that, assuming, let's say your consciousness shifted to that higher level, it means that when your astral body and all of those things go somewhere else, then you are consciously aware of whatever that connection is bringing to you. In the physical body, your mind can understand, your sense or inner sense organs, inner perceptions, the feeling is actually not a perception. Not the physical. I'm not talking about seeing, hearing, and all. I'm talking about the feeling aspect of it. Feeling is not any sense organ. It is basically the nature of the soul. The feeling is basically the nature of the soul, and that when the feeling is felt, it is felt in the body, maybe in the skin. You might have goosebumps and all that, no, something like that. Or you might, like yesterday we were discussing that you can feel that somebody is next to me. Somebody, who was telling? Yesterday I was reading some book, and then in that they were telling that the Bhagavad Gita book of Paramahamsa Yogananda. So while he was in his last stages and he was he had secluded himself to write the Bhagavad Gita book. So there were people who were serving him at that time, food and all of those kind of things, I think. So even when they go into the room also, they were able to see that, they were able to feel that energy because it was so strong. And in that it has been mentioned that when he came out of the house or that room or whatever, and there was a Mali, he used to talk to that gardener, and that gardener had to step back because that energy was pushing him. Pushing him means, I have made you do this, no? So when you keep doing this, what happens? There is a lot of, you'll feel that resistance. You'll feel that there is something in between the palms. Okay, you'll feel that something is blocking my hand from going further like this, because there is some cushion here. So in between him and Paramahamsa Yogananda, he used to feel a cushion, and that cushion was so strong that he had to step back few steps because that energy was so strong. So that is called feeling. So those feelings and all have to be trusted. So as and when you start vibrating into higher frequencies, those feelings, whatever new feelings and all that come, whatever those higher dimensions, spectrum of consciousness, all that comes, no, you have to now feel it and experience it through this human body. So all that they are saying is should be trusted. The human is always connected to the macro quantum field and can feel or access it through their etheric and through their energetic body and their etheric body. So human can at any time be only within, let's say if he is within the 5D, okay, body is within the 5D, but if they here, how do they get access to the other dimensions? Through their etheric body. Etheric body means their astral body is now going in their dream state or something like that, right? Energy field means something which is around us. That energy field is vibrating at a higher frequency. And I told you this energy field is now filtering all the experiences and sending it to you, no? So that energy field is helping them feel the higher dimensions. And then this etheric body is going there to that level, and it is bringing those experiences, and that is filtered through the energetic field, and it is coming inside. The etheric body accesses the macro field during the dream state and the waking state. Whether in the dream state, anyway, we keep going. Okay. But in waking state, we don't go so often. It energetically moves out of the human body and into the macro quantum field, always staying energetically connected to the human body through an energetic cord. It's called a silver cord. It is white or silver color. They show that in pictures and all that. So that is silver color, and that connection is intact, and there is no distance and all of those things. However long it can go, it can keep going wherever it wants, and it can still be connected to the body, and you'll be asleep. The physical body will be asleep, and this energetic etheric body will keep traveling like this. Wherever in the macro quantum field, wherever it wants, it can keep going. When the etheric body travels or moves into the macro quantum field during the dream state, most humans are unconscious of this travel. They wake up from their sleep and have very little recollection of what they experience. Why don't we recollect? Why don't we recollect? Because those experiences may be so advanced or so high level, so high frequency level, that this conscious mind may not be able to grasp that at all. So what can you grasp? You can only grasp what is in your understanding of that current level of frequency only. So let's say sometimes you may have a dream which is very understandable. Maybe maybe you were traveling in a car and heavy rains came, whatever. Those are all very understandable, right? In 3D and all, you learned that, you understand that. So those kinds of things you may understand. But sometimes some physical things also you may be able to understand, but it will be very illogical. Maybe you'll be traveling on a crocodile or something like that. So those are also very funny dreams, which you may understand, but you'll think it's really weird. But yeah, you'll think dreams are anyway weird, so it's okay. It happens only in dreams, but you'll understand. But there are some things which maybe you may not even be able to understand, because that grasping power is not there. So at that time, the etheric body has understood wherever it went. At a subconscious level, everything is understood, but conscious mind has not been able to grasp that. So that we are not able to recollect. When the etheric body travels or moves in the waking state, it does so through bilocation. Waking state means you are awake. Okay, you are awake, and your etheric body you have made your etheric body consciously. You have made your etheric body means the awareness is typically wherever where, so the awareness is in both the places here. So here it does so through bilocation. Bilocation is when human physical body is in third dimensional field, and the same time their etheric body is in the higher dimensional fields, and they are essentially in two places at the same time. Okay, so bilocation can only occur through the conscious and active participation of the human. So what they're saying is, if at some point you get to a level where you understand that I'm there also, I'm here also, and you are understanding there also what I am, what I am doing, here what I am doing, you are able to understand all of those things. That is called bilocation. From a Bhagavad Gita from a Mahabharata standpoint of view, Krishna had so many thousands of wives, right? 26,000 wives, whatever. He had so many wives. 16,000 wives he had. 16,000 wives. Yeah, I think 16,000 wives. So he used to be there with all the 16,000 wives in that different houses, without anybody feeling that Krishna, my husband, is not with me. Okay, he was a master in many of those things because he was already in the super consciousness state. So all kinds of mastery over energy, frequency, and vibration, he already had it. He had mastery over the quantum field. So he was able to be in multiple places at the same time. Okay, so bilocation can occur through conscious and active participation. The human consciously intends to move into the macro quantum field with the etheric body and actively experiences other dimensional fields. So the human understands that I'm here also, I'm there also. The human can also access the macro quantum field through the energetic field around their body. The human must be in the body to feel the energetic field. So energetic field, see now this physical body is there. Physical body is now surrounded by the energy field. Now let's say awareness went off to some other dimension. And here awareness is not there. Right? Physical body is there. Now through the etheric cord, through the energy cord, that etheric body has now traveled to some other dimension. Let's say 8th dimension. Awareness is now in the 8th dimension, let's say. Here, the feeling and all is not there. So what they are saying is the awareness has to be here, even though the etheric body is there. The awareness, you should be able to, awareness means you should be able to have that control over what I want to experience. Okay, so that is called awareness. For example, they say, please be in the present, Maya, please be in the present state, please be in the present state. When you're doing anything, be in the present, don't be in the past, don't be in the future, all that they say. But what happens? We want to be in the present, but then the mind goes off to the past, it keeps thinking about something. Then you'll think, oh, I was actually doing this, right? Let me come back to the present. So we are not having control over where the mind is, where the awareness is. So for a person who has control over where my awareness is, do I want to experience that? Do I want to experience this? It knows this is where my energy body is. I'll go there. Etheric body is, I'll go there. I'll see what is happening there. Or I'll see happening what is happening here. Or I'll understand what is happening at both levels. So something like that. When you are in control of that, where my conscious awareness is, then that is where the experience is. So they are saying that to feel through the energy field inside this physical body, you need to be inside the physical body, right? You need to be connected to the physical body. The awareness should be here in the body. Otherwise, what will happen? The body might feel, the energy field may be giving you experience, but there is nobody to take the experience because the focus was somewhere else. So you need to have that awareness. So they say what they're saying is awareness will be like that. When you go to higher dimensions, you'll have control over that awareness. Once in the body, connected to the energy field, they will feel the higher dimensional fields around them. So that kind of feelings and all, they'll be able to experience. The human must trust the frequencies they are feeling. They will not have any physical proof of higher dimensional fields outside the 7th dimension. Remember, after 7th dimension, physicality no longer exists. When the human allows themselves to trust what they are feeling, they will begin to move their awareness in and out of higher dimensional fields within the macro fields. So that I came back to 3rd dimension awareness came back to 3rd dimension field. Awareness is now in 7th dimensional field. Awareness is now 15th dimensional field. So like that, I'll be sitting like this only, but my focus will be somewhere else. I'll be closing my eyes here. I'm here, but my focus will be somewhere else. So something like that, we will be able to understand as and when we go to higher dimensional fields. And at that time, you will learn to also trust what you're understanding, feeling, and all that. Summary: regardless of whether the human is accessing the macro or the micro quantum field, the human must be in the body and should be conscious. This is the only way the human becomes the creator in the physical body within the quantum field. So, as it is that the etheric body, the HTC, they are all creators. Okay, at that level, anyway, creation aspect is there. But through the physical body, if you have to be a creator, but if you're working, sitting in the physical body or connected to the physical body, awareness in the physical body, then that is the only way that through the physical body you become a creator. Otherwise, the whole point was, I am going to experience my evolution via this physical vehicle. That was the idea of the Earth's experiment, right? So otherwise, they already had whatever skills they already have. But through the physical body, I will learn to use the skill. I will enhance my skill through the physical body. That was the idea. Okay. So any questions you can ask. I'll stop here. Tomorrow we will start the 19th chapter called the paradigms. And after that, I think 20th chapter is called karma or something. So we have about 22 pages. Any doubts, Manjula? No doubts, sir? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Smita, this is the continuation of what you discussed with Detti. So even I have summarized this on the chat when you were explaining it to Asha the other day. So I just go to my chat and then read it from there. I just want to confirm my understanding is correct on that.
Can you paste the chat in the chat here, if possible?
Okay, sure, I'll do that.
So that when I read it, I'll be able to understand.
I'll put it into I really think I got it correct. Because this is the clarification I also had when you had that huge discussion.
Did you send this?
Yes, I have
Summarize,
sent it.
karma is not really feasible in the now moment. Basically, karma is a strong belief developed due to human fear, and fear manifests to attract more fear. Let me read it once more. To summarize, karma is not really feasible in the now moment. What do you mean feasible in the now moment?
So if we are in now moment, there is no karma is not going to build it. There is no karma
Okay.
built in.
Okay, got it. Basically, karma is a strong belief developed due to human fear, and fear manifest to attract more fear. Yeah, so karma is not only a thing about fear, no, there are so many, even joy can also be fear. Sorry, joy can also have karma. Everything will have karma provided you are thinking, I am a body, and experiencing it. You need to get to a state to get to a state of stop making karma. You need to stop stop identifying with the body at some point in your life. At some point that will happen when frequencies increase, that will happen. Let me just unmute. Yeah. So when you can unmute. So typically that happens when when you are in higher frequencies. Then you will really get that experience that I am not the body. So at that time you'll not identify yourself with the body. Then whatever happens through the body, you will be mostly like a spectator. Then
Okay.
you will not make new karma. But whatever you still have to experience from your past, where wisdom has not been learned yet, that will still continue to keep coming in until the account becomes zero.
Okay. I get it. So even I could able to correlate. You told it's like we are cooking now, but the mind has went to the 2 days before event. So I'm not here in this cooking, but I'm in the previous 2 days. On that rate, the experience which has to be felt now has been bypassed. So I again have to go through this to make sure this record has been zeroed.
Right.
Any experience I bypassed, I have to go through it again.
Yeah.
The fear on the here I meant it is like the belief system. The strong belief system that the karma is getting filled is become as a fear for a common man. So we tend to have this belief system more and we tend to attract it more. I meant it on that way.
Yeah. Yo, karma. We in the name of karma,
Yes,
we are actually doing more karma. Yeah,
more.
correct.
Yes. Okay. But
Correct.
today it was very clear, Smita. Thank you. Anything related to body conscious, I'm not this mind, I'm not this body, it's going to be take me away of karma. But if I do
Yeah.
anything with my mind or my body, it's going to be a karma.
You should be, if you think that I did this, if that deluded Jivatma who's connected, if it thinks that I am only the body and I did this, oh my God, and then all your emotional body, your mental body, everything gets it will get updated when you think that I am doing it. Then what will happen? You will take that as karma because now that has to be erased at some point in your life. This emotional body, mental body, all of these bodies will go from body after body, life after life. It will take it along with it and go. And there is another thing called causal body. Causal body has the reasons why you need to take birth again. Now, these things have been thought. You thought that these were all done by body. You thought you did this. So see now which is a conflict, right? You did not do this. Body did this. You were taking experience through the body, but you thought you did it, and you took the blame upon yourself. You took all that upon yourself. So that is something that you need to get out of your system, from your emotional body, mental body. So you will come back again to erase it. At some point, you'll learn to erase it. But until then, you start erasing and go. Then when those two are slowly becoming zero, only then the causal body becomes empty. The reasons for you to come back and take rebirth on earth will not exist. When the causal bodies, first the emotional body has to become empty, mental body has to become empty, those bodies will drop. Then the causal body also will drop. It means that your awareness is going to those levels. And then you will reach the higher self. Then you will merge with the higher self. There is no longer a reason for you to think that there is a separation between you and the higher self anymore. Which means that Jivatma has now risen to the level of awareness of the higher self itself. which is what we thought, no? That body consciousness has to increase and come to the HS level. So until then, the quotient, whatever was the quotient, was anyway there. But that gap has to be bridged by the body, which means while the Jivatma is inside the body, that gap has to be bridged.
Okay.
And they bridged over a period of time because of knowledge, wisdom, and thinking, oh, this is not me, or this is not me. There is no Sachidanand state in this. They'll tick off all the experience, and then they'll come higher, searching. It's like a treasure hunt game. You're searching from low level and searching through all experiences and gaining wisdom in all of this journey. And then you're coming. I mean, the search ends in the higher self to some extent. Of course, another journey will start, but one milestone is established.
The huge takeaway of this 2 months of this course is now to clear, even this mind is not the HTC, that this is also this attached to this body. Before that, we have to confusion that this mind is what our source is giving us an idea. But this mind is also full of belief system which has been built for all 3 years. This awareness was came it now recently for me.
Yeah.
Before that, I
See,
used
in
to
5D,
confuse.
what happened? In 5D, the mind used to get whatever was fed by the higher self. It was empty. It was in the present moment. There was no extra. But when we got down to duality, the mind became confused, and then it became more egocentric, right? So here, all the thoughts are circulated from one day to another day. You get in between somewhere, you will get some message from higher self. But mostly it is all circulated thoughts, repeated patterns, repeated thoughts from yesterday, repeated thoughts from today, repeated thoughts from some other day. Like that, it will keep getting circulated, which is what we are doing also, no? Whether we like it or no, I think the mind keeps thinking about some sentence, something that you told somebody, something or the other. Even I keep watching. I keep thinking, you're still, wow, where did this come from? Yeah, even I'm there only.
Yeah, but this was a huge takeaway now. And I must say that I should not connect to this mind also. As he told, step one back, one step ahead, and see it as a source that whatever this mind thinking is also is not me. I'm just going to experience that.
So just take experience as syllabus and keep experience without any attachment to it. Attachment means I like it, I don't like it, I have expectations. I don't like this, I don't like that. All that, when you have that body consciousness, then you'll want the body to be comfortable. But when you say it's okay, yeah, comfort or not comfort, I want this experience. That is why it's not coming to me, no. So let me finish it off. But many times, let's say some new course comes, should I go, shouldn't I go? Let's say 20,000 rupees, should I go, shouldn't I go? All these also will come. At that time, you need to sit and think, what am I learning from this? Should I go? Of course, if you go, that is also one reality, one experience. If you don't go, also some other set of realities will start. Nothing is wrong in this. If you say no to that also, don't feel bad. If you say yes to that also, no, don't feel bad.
Okay. But this book is really a huge learning curve, Smita. There are so many times I'm not able to attend, but I'll think that, okay, no, I'm not able to catch it up. I'll join for this energy. Even I'm there for 30 minutes of that, I'll let me hear it. That like I used to join whatever may be the situation. Yesterday I was in a 5 hours car drive, but still I want to join and say that I may not catch it up before the next class, so I joined it anyway. And still there is something was keep going inside my mind.
See, when you watch the recording, no, do the meditation also. Because what I have been told is, rather in other meditations, what we've been told is, where if you do some high energy books like this, everything is happening in the now moment, right? So there are so many people who are connecting from past, who are connecting from the future, who are connecting from other dimensions. So everybody is connecting to this, and in the future and all, let's say if your higher consciousness and all is there, and let's say this book reached millions of people, so many, I'm just saying this recording reached multiple people, so their energies, and then apart from that, so many people in other dimensions who are not yet evolved, who also need this knowledge of higher source consciousness and all of those things is there in this book, which may not be, that clarity may not be available to anybody. Maybe I'm able to bring it and then bring it here. So that will also be heard by others who need to evolve from other dimensions, from other non-physical dimensions also. They will also be listening. So the energy will be very high if they are also meditating together. So when you meditate also together, because it's not just two people sitting here. That is why I start the class, no, without, even if nobody is there, I'm
Thank you,
starting the
ma'am.
class, because one day I got that in my head that there are other people watching. So do start it in time. Otherwise, I did not start in time that day. I was waiting. Oh, nobody's there, nobody's there, nobody's there. But what I think in this now moment is not the important thing. There are so many things that are supposed to happen. So many people are watching. So many. Me wasting 3 minutes there is wasting somebody else's time. So always do the meditation also, because it is high energy. Somebody was telling, no, they actually feel high energy. Who? I don't know, Manju, Bindu, or somebody was telling. Yeah. Okay.
Sure,
Chalo.
Smita.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you so much, Smita.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's listening to this. Bye. In all